February 12th, we traveled to Ethiopia, and we brought 5 official delegates and a very large number of Ethiopian American community members with us. So we had about 21 people on the visit.
Until I actually made that trip to Eastern Africa, the Horn of Africa, from Aurora, I hadn't really thought much about the effort that our sister city leaders had made to travel here the year before. So it was important to experience what they had, and certainly it was very important for us to be able to go and within the time frame in which we had committed. Meant a lot to them.
It was a special connection for me because my parents were Peace Corps volunteers in the late 60s in Ethiopia. So for me to visit Africa for the first time and to visit Ethiopia for the first time was quite a special treat, kind of coming full circle.
Our travel or trip get many experience about Ethiopia. They know a lot of things, what Ethiopia looks like, what Adama looks like, and what the community looks like, what the city administration looks like, in terms of hospitality also. So they get a lot of lessons from that country. And also we get a lot of experience from this country. We continue to have and increase our friendship in the long run.
Adama is a city of about 350,000 people, so it's about the same size as Aurora. It's a city that is experimenting with alternate energy sources, such as we do here. Ours happens to be more solar, theirs happens to be wind power. They are at an elevation of about 5,700 feet, just like we're at an elevation of about 5,300 feet. So we have a lot of similarities.
Never in my wildest imagination would I have dreamed that any of this would come together. I mean, imagine traveling for 20 hours and you get off that plane and there's light rail construction. It's like we just went in a circle. We haven't gone anywhere. We're back at Aurora. But so many similarities between the two cities. It was a perfect choice.
Traveling to Ethiopia took us about 25 hours total of flight time. We flew Ethiopian Airlines there, and an incredible airline, incredibly hospitable, wonderful service, wonderful airplanes. I mean, I would recommend it anytime. So we started off with a good experience just getting on their, airline.
Frankly, Ethiopian Airlines was phenomenal. The trip was delightful, and it really did fly by.
We were greeted by an official welcome ceremony, and it was beautiful. They had hundreds and hundreds of people greeting us in their official costume.
The welcome, there were literally hundreds of people, citizens of Adama, who came out to welcome us.
This wall of people clapping for America, waving American flags. It was truly touching. I mean, you don't realize how international we all are until you're surrounded by this experience of people, beautiful people.
We learned from this delegation, really. They were so nice, they were so polite, we were friendly together, we were brotherly together.
I loved the weather. It never got past the 80s. So they have 2 seasons in Ethiopia. They have a wet season and a dry season, and we were in their dry season. And temperature ranged in the 70s and 80s the entire time. It's very dry, like Colorado.
Well, I kind of get why these are so comfortable, because it was warm, and yet this has the shawl, so you can be comfortable in the evening and night when it gets cooler.
What struck me was the similarity between there and Colorado. I mean, really, if I would have blinked, in a lot of ways, it looked like our state. There's a very large mountain range in the distance. We spent about 5.5 days in country. We toured educational facilities, city facilities, water treatment facility, hospitals, other public administration offices. And so got a sense and a feel for what our sister city was like.
We had an opportunity to meet with the corporate leadership of Ethiopian Airlines, literally the largest airline in Africa. They do training for pilots, mechanics, flight attendants, people who take reservations for all airlines in Africa. They have some of the most modern training facilities and repair facilities in the world.
Ever since I started work in education in Colorado, I've been working with refugees and immigrants, many Ethiopians. That was my role going over there as sort of the representative of education systems, really higher education. And over there, teachers are highly respected, and just as it is here. So the administrations in both schools have a lot of faith in their teachers and a lot of confidence in their teachers.
It's not all about us giving to them or them giving to us. It's an exchange of resources and information.
It's always very, very valuable for a city to have global initiatives. What that means is it helps business, it helps with community relations, even with things to do, the tourism, you know, providing sort of a more multicultural fabric to a city like Aurora that is a very diverse city.
The most important is after this, Adama City is the home land of Aurora City, and after this, Aurora City is the home of Adama City, and they have tied it in one family.
The interesting thing about Ethiopia is that in the last 10 years, or no, actually 15 years, they've experienced very, very rapid growth as far as their gross domestic product is concerned. So I read a Bloomberg article that said in the last 15 years, they've averaged about 10.5% growth, GDP, per year. Incredibly rapid development. They're still a developing country though, so you sort of see little bits and pieces of that. Brand new roads, you know, but things like Adama's water treatment facility are quite antiquated. But one of the other things that they're struggling with is that their population is expected to double in 15 years.
They're actually trying to do things on two different levels. One is in cooperation with the private sector, a private hospital, and then also to greatly improve their public hospital and their medical care for their region.
Nowadays, there are many investors going to Ethiopia to invest in different things. At the same time, there are a lot of construction to change that country's status.
A lot of times there's a lot of this contrast between, you know, all the growth and the development and then the lagging behind. One of the most, you know, striking things was, you know, you saw cars, motorcycles, and horse-drawn carriages all on the same street.
I think my favorite takeaway, if you will, is that desire to take what they have, use it, and get better. There's just, you know, this is a country that not that long ago was going through a civil war. And they're also now a country that's 80, 90 million people. And they know their resources. They know what they can bring to the table. They don't always know how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, or why to do it, and they want to learn.
If we can begin the notion of holding hands and solving problems, the rest becomes so much easier.
The education piece was a big one, just reaffirming my belief in educators worldwide that we all think the same.
I'd say it was probably one of the best experiences of my entire life. And I've had many, I've been fortunate, but it was really remarkable. I was very impressed by their collective sense of community, their pride for their community. Certainly our country, our city are very patriotic, but they have a different kind of a patriotism, and it was prevalent everywhere.
There's a street now in Adama named after the city of Aurora. They also gave us the deed to a little bit more than an acre of land in Adama for the purposes of deciding what it is that we might want to do to help make a more permanent relationship and help them with their local economy. The visitation of the facilities and the schools. It would be hard to pick the favorite. It's the entire trip.
Everywhere we went, they wanted to do a group photo, and there would just be throngs of people wanting to snap the pictures, with their phones, with their cameras, and so, right as we'd be all ready to disperse because we thought all the pictures would happen, everyone would say, no, wait, one more, just one more, They're very proud of their food. Their food is delicious. If you haven't tried it, do try it. We have lots of wonderful Ethiopian restaurants here in Aurora as well. The funny thing is they'll always tell you, please, have you tried this? Have you tried the coffee? Have you tried the food? Because it's organic. You can taste the freshness. Everyone will tell you that it's organic. Bajaj, so they're little three-wheeled. They're not quite cars, but they're bigger, bigger than a motorcycle. Yeah, they were everywhere.
In the town that we were at, you had wind turbines on the hillside, collecting energy. You have solar over there, and at the same time, there's this picture I have of a boy driving cattle up the main road, and then the wind turbines are in the background. It's both the old and the new. The fashion show night was fun. That was totally spontaneous. So it was funny to see this happen over there. We need you guys to sing a song. Not like we were prepped for it or anything. It just sort of came up at the end. And fortunately, a lot of us know that song. And I remember the chord changes for some reason.
This land is my land, this land is your land. You can say those words in any language, and even if not, you came close, and certainly not on tune, if there was a tune. But the beauty and the joy and the love of holding hands and circling, that's what it is for all of us.
One is with Mayor Abraham Adula from Adama, dancing with one of our community members, Ayelich, and it just, to me, epitomizes joy. Of course, we all got up and danced. Everybody put aside their inhibitions, and it just it represents the joy that people were feeling at the moment.
We would like to have this friendship to continue in the long run.
A sister city relationship, is a long-term relationship. So the idea is to keep this relationship active.
We're pretty lucky to be here. And so if this helps people look around this city and see who the people are here, then we've made a major step.
I think the first things really focus on educational opportunities. The Community College of Aurora is extremely active and has a large Ethiopian population. I think there's an opportunity for tourism. I think eventually we'll have opportunities that will get into the business sector.
So maybe there are opportunities for our businesses to share and Adama to share. I mean, we're just beginning.
Nama barri mite isa qoba deemu kan qoba gungumu waa'ee isaa dubbachuuf otoo himuu ka'ees dubbatameen dhumu dubbii dhiise mixii wal qabatte laga ceetu laale deeme waa'ee isaa wallaale laale deeme waa'ee isaa wallaale. Nama barri mite isa qoba deemu kan qoba gungumu waa'ee isaa dubbachuuf osoo himuu ka'ees dubbatameen dhumu dubbii dhiise mixii wal qabatte laga ceetu laale deeme waa'ee isaa wallaale laale deeme waa'ee isaa wallaale. Nama barri mite isa qoba deemu kan qoba gungumu waa'ee isaa dubbachuuf otoo himuu ka'eessi dubbatameen dhumu dubbii dhiise mixii wal qabatte laga ceetu laale deeme waa'ee isaa wallaale laale deeme waa'ee.
It's a celebration on a global scale. About 5,000 of you came out this weekend for Global Fest 2015. Check out this amazing aerial view of the parking lots at the Municipal Center. They were full as folks made their way to the Great Lawn to enjoy food, fashion, and entertainment from around the world. And even a little rain didn't dampen spirits. Aurora TV supervisor Randy Simpson takes us there.
México, bienvenidos a la ciudad de Aurora, Colorado. Mis copas aguardiente lo mejor, también el tequila blanco con su sal y su limón. Ay, 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 amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
Oh my
Does
gosh.
it make you want to dance?
The music, the food, it's so great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We rolled out the red carpet for some special visitors in Aurora. Delegates from our sister city in South Korea toured some of the amazing places we have here.
Our renowned medical campus was one of them. Here's Aurora TV's Jenny Castor.
I want to welcome you all.
In full Colorado springtime glory.
We love showing off the campus.
The University of Colorado Anschutz Medical Campus was ready for another moment in the spotlight.
It is exciting for us at the Anschutz Medical Campus and the city of Aurora to have our guests here from Korea.
A delegation made up of public officials and local business leaders from our sister city in Songnyeong City, South Korea, got an up-close look at what makes this campus something we love to brag about.
It's not often you find a medical facility tied to a research facility tied to a business facility.
First stop, the historic Building 500, the former Fitzsimmons Army Hospital, for a beautiful rooftop view.
University of Colorado Hospital has been the #1 ranked academic hospital in the United States.
A tour here is not complete without a visit to the room where President Eisenhower stayed during a recovery from a heart attack in 1954.
We have one of the leading cancer centers in the United States.
Then a walk through the heart of campus.
We are also looking beyond our borders and beyond our oceans, actually, to reach out because we consider ourselves a world-class institution where we provide world-class health education, world-class research and world-class patient care.
Aurora and Songyeom City have had a friendly relationship since 1992, but the re-established Aurora Sister Cities International program has helped to re-spark communication and visits between both cities.
I really want to thank on behalf of Songnam City to welcoming us just like their brothers and sisters.
These visits help to create local and global partnerships that will one day open doors to additional international business opportunities.
This is what the texture looks like, and it's similar to the skin of sharks.
That's why introducing this delegation to bioscience companies on the Fitzsimmons Innovation Campus was a must.
Given the fact that South Korea is now one of the 10 largest economies in the world, to have an opportunity for our businesses to work with their businesses and vice versa means, in the end, helping to pay for services that our city provides.
Short presentations and lab visits highlight the unique ability that private businesses have in Aurora to easily collaborate with university researchers and improve patient lives through innovation. From the looks of it, the campus tour and overall visit were a success.
He would love to see better relations between two cities for better, brighter future together.
We hope our guests enjoyed their time here.
They got a little taste of snow on the ground.
Yeah, they
Not too
sure
much.
did. They also toured the Buckley Air Force Base and our new Police and Fire Safety Training Center.